you don't have yet subscribed to the TG Amazon seller group of Head Rosenberg, go look for his website and sign. Okay, let's see this video. Let's see what we could learn today by 12 minutes.
Okay, so hello everybody, it's Ed Rosenberg again, and smiling a lot from that event. Malcolm, how did you enjoy the event?
I had some good expectations. You marketed it hard, but yeah, we actually were. I think we were more surprised by how many big sellers were there, and it was just a lot of fun too. It's informal, it's casual, a lot of good content. So I wish we would have had more people there actually, but it was great. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there. I mean, there was 500 to begin with, so we did well. Let me ask you a question.
I mean, we would have had more people from our team because you had so many great sellers. So it's just a good place to meet people. There was tons of people there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were Mark, and one thing I learned about sponsors, they're trying to figure out like why some people go to other people and like some sponsors don't have that much traffic. And I think I realized because at first I thought that's a display they have, right? But then it's not because we didn't even have a display.
Yeah, I kind of have like a small like pop-up stand thing.
But I gave you, what the show gave you. But
we still had one of the like stand-up banners. We had one of those too, but it wasn't very big.
No, it wasn't very big. And I think what attracts people is I think the person standing there, like if you're gonna stand like this,
right?
Then no one, if you're not interested in yourself, then no one's gonna be interested in you. But
that's right.
That's what I realized.
Yeah.
You believe in
that's right.
Selling.
Yeah.
And you like jumping around, and I think because of that, everyone gets attracted. So, I think if you want to be excited about what you're offering, if you're not excited about it, and I learned a lot about that. So tell me a little bit about Top Hatter, please.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, I told the story like 50 times at your event. So Top Hatter is a shopping marketplace, similar to eBay and Amazon. We've been around about 5 years, and we just had our biggest week. Yeah, it's about well over $5 million. So the company this year, we hope to do $400 million in total revenue. And there's what makes it different is it's a 90-second auction. So everything sells in 90 seconds. And think about eBay auctions, but instead of it being 7 days, everything sells in 1.5 minutes. So for sellers, the real benefit is you move volume fast.
Well, one at a time. So you can't even order two if you want to. You order 2 pieces.
Yeah, that's right. It's one at a time. And the reason for that is, like for shoppers, like you got Mary and Susan and Beth all competing for the same, say, drone or ring or bracelet. And because there's only one unit, like the bidding gets higher and higher. So a lot of times sellers find they sell items here for higher than other marketplaces, sometimes for lower. But the key thing from a buyer standpoint is it's fun, it's engaging. It's not just like a buy now site. So it's something different.
Now, how about setup? Are you integrated with like all the major shopping carts? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, so this year we're basically putting ourselves on the map this year. So previous years been figuring out the marketplace, really helping sellers onboard and helping understand like a lot of what we call the unit economics, like how do we acquire customers profitably and then increase the lifetime value of those customers. So which all internet businesses are trying to do that. So we figured out a lot of that stuff, and now we're saying, great, now we've got a real business, and let's go out to the market and introduce ourselves to the big sellers and journalists and stuff like that. So we partnered with Channel Advisor earlier this year. So it took a couple months to get integrated. And I think we learned a lot of things. It wasn't perfect integration, but now we're live, and we've got about 30 companies selling through Channel Advisor. And then we're talking to Seller Cloud and Skibana and lots of other inventory management platforms. So it's easier to upload your items. So that's like the next step for us this year. And also just going to more events. The biggest question I got at your event, Ed, was why the heck haven't I heard of you guys? So so it's we gotta keep doing more marketing. So we're on the right track.
Because I know it's not easy trying to build a marketplace.
Yeah, you mentioned this before.
Yeah.
And when we've had conversations, because yeah, you got to get the sellers, you got to get the buyers on every marketplace. But on our marketplace, what's different is that the item's only live for 90 seconds. So there's a whole nother piece of technology and like data science, and it's actually now artificial intelligence that's balancing out the supply and demand. So the most number of people in our company, in terms of like who we need and who we've hired, is around the technology piece. So we're based in Silicon Valley. We're a technology company. So it's there's a lot of complicated stuff going on behind the scenes, and so it's taken us I think it really took a good 3 years for the marketplace to start growing quickly, and but the last two and a half years have been really good.
So what would you say is the biggest challenge to getting sellers? Because you're focusing with us getting sellers.
Yeah. So the biggest challenge is actually getting the right type of sellers. And I kind of call them, like the e-commerce, like the marketplace masters, like people that sell on Groupon, on eBay, on Amazon, on TopHatter, on like 7 or 8 different marketplaces. And they move fast. They've got warehouses in Brooklyn or New Jersey or Philadelphia or LA. And they're just like bang, bang, bang. Like, they just know the game. And we started out like talking to like big companies, and also we had for a while we were going after like the smaller Etsy sellers. And we just realized that the best type of seller is like this marketplace master, and they get up fast and they want to move volume. So it's also like higher margin stuff. Jewelry sells really well, like electronics sell well, like drones and like not iPads, but other version of tablets. Like oftentimes unbranded stuff sells really well on our site. So and beauty and apparel, things that basically are sitting in a warehouse somewhere in Brooklyn right now, and it's like, okay, we got to move this stuff fast. So on TopHatter, you put it up, it's going to be sold in 90 seconds. Only 1 unit at a time, but that's going to be happening all day long.
So you probably schedule it, right? And you schedule it, and you could do 150 a day. So you're going to sell 50 a day. Yeah.
So our top seller right now has 200 SKUs, and they do about $8 million a year.
Whoa.
So on TopHatter. So, you don't have to have like 15,000 SKUs. And
$8 million? That's crazy. You could start up from now. You could start up from scratch. They started from scratch.
I think it's like this way with most companies. Like 20% of our sellers do 80% of the business, and of those sellers, 20% of their products like make 80% of the revenue on our marketplace. So we always say, like, our advice, like at your event, you're always like, give specific advice. Like our advice has always been like, give us your 100 great sellers, and then we're going to run them all and see which ones perform best. And we look at the data, and you see the data too at the back end to see which ones are performing. But it's like you add items, and within a few minutes, they're starting to sell. And so it's pretty cool to see what prices you're going to get too. There's a big thing about TopHatter. It's like everything starts at $1, which is a little bit scary. So that's where we give this, we take the risk in the first 30 days, and we don't charge any commission. And we will compensate you if you happen to lose money by starting your items in a $1 auction.
What does that mean? If I give you a $3, because in eBay, you could really do the one-day auctions.
Yeah.
You're selling electronics. It depends what, but you could really do.
Yeah, so it's like, I think we say, look, let's focus on your items that are selling in the, say, $15 to $25 price range. So don't put like a new Samsung TV on TopHatter, because our average selling price is actually about $20. It depends on the category. Some things are a little higher, some things are a little lower. It's the site to sell impulse items, like things that it's mostly women, and they're buying gifts for themselves or for their nieces and nephews, their husbands. Like there's a ring that's really popular right now. It says Nana on it, like people buying it for their grandmother. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about selling on TopHatter. But a lot of the sellers we met at your event were in that's what they sell. They sell stuff that they want to sell in high volumes. And they probably also have part of their business that's higher end, but a big piece of it is e-commerce that sells in high volumes.
Yeah, box movers.
Box movers, yeah. And actually, that's the other thing. When I went into the warehouse of some of the people that I met at your event, like, you know, before and after the event, just kind of met some people and said, hey, come check out the warehouse. I mean, that's like 5 to 15, 20 people packing envelopes, you know, all day long and moving volume. It's amazing. You think like, you know, there's like on the outside of the building, nothing, and you go in, it's like a high, you know, it's a factory in there. It's an e-commerce factory.
Right.
Pretty cool. So.
Right. Yeah, it's I find it interesting also, like on Amazon, you know, they have this like big picture of cool guys. Then you see the warehouse, and it's like, you know,
yeah,
the other side of the tracks, and it looks like.
Well, but that's, I think, good business too. You don't want to be like spending all your money on like, you know, really expensive offices and stuff. So it's it's, you know, a lot of the stuff is a lower margin, a high volume. So you know, so you don't want to have. Yeah, I just think it just feels like it's good business actually to have office space that's not too expensive and run things efficiently. So, yeah.
Want to show the demo?
Oh yeah. So I actually was showing this to some folks at the event, and it's really interesting to see Top Hatter in action because that's the best way to get a feel for it. So I'm just going to try to win something here. So. Let's see, I'm going to scroll down the site. So everything, this is our website. Most people buy things on the app. So this is going to be like just a 30-second demo. So I'm looking at this here. This ring here is his and her ring. And let's see if I can get involved in the bidding. Yeah, and it's actually not working because I'm on Skype. But you can see here, I'm trying to basically participate in that auction. So this is what's happening is there's 75 to 100 things being run concurrently on the site. I'll pop out here. And so when you're looking at this on the web, if you want to get a feel for Top Hatter, and it's not working because the Wi-Fi, but it basically, we sell 500,000 items every week in these 90-second auctions. So you see the different names of the different bidders, and it starts at $1. Every time someone bids, it goes up by another $1. And that's how you got 7 or 8 people bidding, or even 2 people bidding back and forth. It gets up to like $12, $14, $15. Or even if it's a Michael Kors handbag, it might go up to $120 because it starts going up. After $10, it goes up by $2 every bid, and after $25, it starts going up by $5 every bid. So that's the concept, and I encourage anybody just to try it out. Win an item, you know, it's like $12, you know, for testing out a new channel. That's the best thing to do.
Okay, Malcolm, I appreciate it, and best of all, I love your enthusiasm.
Yeah, well, and I can't say thank you enough for the opportunity to come to the event, and we're going to be a big supporter in future years. So, yeah, looking forward to just getting to know more of the community.
Okay, thank you so much, Malcolm. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm here at the back. Sounds interesting, this kind of site. People are betting like in the casino.